What's up, everyone? This is XV88 Mars Playground bringing y'all another video today. And today we are talking about the homeschooling. Had some questions from y'all guys as well, okay? And I'm gonna try to answer all these questions, okay? All right. One of the questions is, why did I pick homeschooling for my kids, okay? I picked homeschooling because it's kind of different, as growing up, all right? The school system is getting worse and worse, all right? And then another thing too, as when kids are learning basic math and they trying to make confusion towards, the math system is weird, right? So if you look at people like Gallo, Newton, all right, Hawkins, and everyone, in science do, basic math. You can't have a person who go to space and having problems and you can't calculate. So basically they having basic math and adding all these lines and boxes and stuff just to get one problem. It's just leading up to failure. So that's one reason I pulled out my kids out of school as well. Okay. As like mathematics and stuff like that, old school arithmetic, I love that. Okay. And that's basically the whole calculations towards how, from Earth to the different stars. All right. How you can, calculate light years. All right. But it's making it difficult for kids now to even having a good time to calculate. It's just a failure there. Okay. If I was in school back then and they add all these lines and I'm just doing a problem to get the answer and I'm still messing up in my problem for that one problem, I don't think I would like school, right? So I don't want my kids to do that. And another reason why I pull my kids out to see their hidden talent. When they in school, you can't find out what the hidden talent to, for a student, all right? Perfect example. They go to school every day. They have somebody in front of them. They doing problems. They doing all this stuff and whole lot of confusion in the craft, right? So when you bring it up at home to try to find out the hidden talent, it's like, what happened? Yeah, kids supposed to have social, activities as grown-ups do too. But at the same time, we living in a world that if you don't make it and survive, it's over with. So that social talking towards, to other people as well. We go different places right now. The pandemic still going on, but we still try to do everything. Um, that way I can see and tell from each individual of my child, what they doing. So give you a perfect example. If my child went over like music, I focus harder on music. I still do the same system what the state want them to do, but at the same time, I put a little more towards them to see if they go. If they want to be a dancer, all right, I do more dancing stuff with them. If I have to get extra classes to have them, somebody teaching them or whatever, but at schooling, they still do everything what they have to do. All right. And I still teach the way math is supposed to teach. Okay. Not no extra stuff talking about drawing lines and boxes and playing tic-tac-toe. Right. If my kids want to do, science, violin, playing piano, if they want to play piano, what I do is I go get a keyboard, right? And see if they can learn how to read music and stuff like that. And then I start paying an individual instructor to teach them that, okay? So that's another reason too why I pick homeschooling, all right? To get the best out my child, all right? If they in public schools and when I see out here, it's just like chaos, right? I grew up in a system in Chicago public schools. At one point, it was pretty good. As it was basically a divided towards that as well, right? You had the grades here, you go here. Okay, cool. But now it's different. They trying to add new stuff like new math, and you just basically can't get stuff, right? So when the child get the problem is right, it's still wrong because they don't have this little box and stuff like that, right? So just think about this. If you was a person who's an astronaut and you in space right now, Apollo 13, and you're trying to figure out the math problem or formula or something to get back on Earth. You got the formula, but guess what? It's not right because you don't have this other stuff, right? So it's confusion with that, all right? So anything bring confusion towards yourself, the craft, or anything is not going to work. And that's a reason. Second reason, when you're trying to contact or have anything like towards the teachers, right? So if you're trying to get, hold of teachers, you getting this and getting this, and it seems like it's always too late. Even though you go up there, it's still, I don't want my child to be seeing and focus on F's, right? So when my child was in that location, my child was getting like A's and B's, okay? A's and B's. And when they went to a different location and teaching them a different formula, my child started getting straight L's, okay? But now I switched up to the homeschooling. Guess what? They learning, school is fun again, having a good time, right? School always supposed to have a good time, all right? And people's like, well, it shouldn't be a good time. Give you a perfect example. You're an adult and you're working in the place where you're working at, right? You're just working there just for the paycheck. You're not going to stay there for long. Why? Because you get tired of it and you hate doing the same thing what you're doing every day. And if you're doing the same day every day, something wrong. You go get you a husband, get you a wife or something. You got that same person. You just marry her for some money or something like that. It's not going to be happiness there. It's the same thing with your child, right? So you got to figure out something in life to make it even better for your kids. And that's one reason I did that. And then with the foot rub with the other teachers and stuff, my child saw that. Not having it, right? So 2 adults in school as a job, as a teacher, rubbing foot, not going to have that at all right? And I'm making this up. It is true talk. And that's why I did that, all right? Now, if y'all guys want to get into that, there's a whole lot of stuff on YouTube. You got to know your state laws before you do that, okay? When you do that, make sure you get all your paperwork. I have videos that I made in the past to show you and tell you exactly what you need to do, okay? And you just got to teach your child everything with the state. So the math, the science and stuff like that. And you can throw every other extracurriculum in them. But trying to find out your child hidden talent. And like I was saying before, okay, I'm gonna say this once again. If your child know how to draw, get into the NFTs. Teach them technology, okay? When you teach them technology, that's what everything gonna be, guys, okay? And we can't hide from that. We got construction jobs being built, with the bricklayers, robots building that already, bartenders. There's a whole lot of stuff out there, all right, guys? But make sure they pick the right fields, okay? Everybody's job is threatened these days, and well, we can't hide back technology, right? So, hey, this is XV88 Mars Playground. Y'all have a good one. Peace.